Alright, welcome to Talkin' Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today I want to go through Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. I am early in the trading day on Monday, April 18th. We had a 3-day weekend since the US markets closed, and for most of that 3-day weekend, Bitcoin was relatively uneventful. However, over the last 12 hours, there have been some big moves, so I want to go through those moves, see what they mean, and see how the Bitcoin miners are reacting to them. First, I'm going to go to the big board just to take a look at what the miners are doing this morning. So you'll see this board is almost completely red. There are 3 things that are green. Again, every day there seems to be a few outliers. DigiHost and Wolf are having an up day. Now Mawson is up 7.7%, almost 8%. This one actually is having a nice run. We're going to go through this stock in a little more detail. So this is more than an outlier. This is becoming a little bit of a trend. But as you can see, the rest of the stocks, Marathon's down 5%. Core Scientific's down 4%. It looks like Stronghold is having the toughest day so far, down 7.6%. In general, most of these seem to be down 3, 4, 5%. So I'll let you look at the board for a minute and you can find your Bitcoin miner and see where it's at. Now, again, this is early in the trading day on Monday, so by the time you watch this video, things could have changed drastically as they have been over the last 12 hours in Bitcoin. So we'll see what the next 12 hours hold, and that's what I want to go through. Okay, I'm going to start out here with the Bitcoin 30-minute chart. So every one of these candles represents 30 minutes. This orange line right here represents when the equity markets closed in the US on Thursday. So Friday was a holiday, and then Saturday and Sunday. That's 3 full days. Really, we ended up right where we started. By midnight on Sunday, we were still pretty much exactly on this orange line. We spent almost the entire weekend above this line, but not dramatically above this line. Then at midnight on Sunday night, we had about $1,000 drop. So we went from about $39,700, and you can see we bottomed out at $38,550. So that was over $1,000 drop in about an hour. And you can see most of it took place in this first half hour right here. I'm going to zoom in now and just take a look at what happened since then. Okay, this is the Bitcoin 15-minute chart. So now this was that candle at midnight last night Eastern time. So within the hour, we bottomed out right here at about 38,550, and we have been sideways, and then this morning started running up. So somewhere around 8 o'clock this morning, or about an hour and a half before the equity markets in the US opened, Bitcoin started to have this run up, a bunch of these green candles, and now we've kind of been sideways since then. We're at 39,292, so we've been plus or minus 39,300 pretty much since the market opened. This orange line is where we closed on Thursday, so we are below our last close. So everything is red, but once again, all of the Bitcoin miners are overreacting to the Bitcoin price. For those of you feeling like your Bitcoin miner stock is getting beat up, just understand the last 4 weeks, the Bitcoin miners have performed extremely poorly versus Bitcoin. And Bitcoin has not behaved very well. So it's not like Bitcoin's off to the races and the miners aren't keeping up. Bitcoin's down a little, the miners are down a lot. So you'll see this red line right here at around 39,700. We have been holding this. We tested it right here on April 12th. That's the only time. It's held all the way until last night at midnight. We broke below this line. So this was a significant line of support, and what we don't want to do is turn this into a line of resistance. So it's only been a few 4-hour candles here. We've had a couple of green candles in a row, so we're going to have to see if we can trend back up over this line. This is a very important line. If we cannot, and the downward momentum continues, then we have another line of support at 37,400-ish. So that would be about another $1,000 down in the price of Bitcoin. If we were to break below 37,400 and turn this from support into resistance, that would definitely indicate that we are in a short-term bear trend. Now, this bull trend has been tested several times along the way over the last 3 months. It's getting tested right now again. So far, it's passed every test. I'm going to zoom out one more time and show you what I'm talking about. This is an ascending channel that Bitcoin has been following. So these are higher highs and lower lows. So that's what we like to see. So I've got this yellow arrow pointing upward. Now we've tested the bottom of this several times. The current candle is right at the line and it has candle wicked below the line. So this is an important 1-day candle. We want to see this 1-day candle close above this blue line. That would be the goal for this 1 day. If we close below that, then tomorrow we would want to see us get back above that. We do not want to have 2 candles in a row confirmed moved below this trend because this really is a 3 or 4 month trend we're working on. And like I said, it's been tested many times, but it has passed every test. Now, it's tested the top several times and it has failed to break out to the upside. So we have been nicely in this channel, testing the top and the bottom since mid to late January. So again, we need to stay at about 39,500. We're currently at 39,200. So we need to be up a few $100s to really stay within this channel and close the day within this channel. So going back to the 4-hour chart, we also would like to close the day above this $39,700 line because this has been a very consistent line of support. So it would be nice to get back above that and retest that line as support versus resistance. So we've got a couple of key spots between 39,500 and 39,700 that it would be very nice to see us get back above in the next 12 hours. I'm just going to take a look at a few of the Bitcoin miners that I think are at an interesting point of a potential buying opportunity. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm going to show you how I'm looking at this. You guys know I do risk reward, and that's how I make my buying decisions. However, you guys need to do your own due diligence, and it's your money. So please be careful investing, especially in the Bitcoin miners. They are very volatile. So I want to start with CleanSpark. CleanSpark has a very strong line of support dating back to February 25th at around $9.19. And you can see since it went above that, it tested it once, twice, and now it's testing it a third time. So at the moment of making this video, we are right at this line. So to me, this has been a good opportunity to dollar cost average in. Now, obviously, if we were to break below this line, CleanSpark was down all the way at $5.66 back in January of 2022. In my opinion, that was wildly oversold. Having said that, we were just there a couple of months ago, so it certainly is not impossible that we could get back there. So if this line of support does not hold, this might be one you want to consider a stop loss on, because if we really start trending below this line of support, it's possible we could run back to this line of support, and that represents almost a 38% decrease in the price of the stock. Now, I'm not expecting that. I think this line of support is going to hold. It has held when Bitcoin was at much lower numbers than it's at right now. So I expect it to hold again, but that doesn't mean that it's going to. So for me, every time we bounce off this green line, it's a good opportunity to dollar cost average in. But for you guys, please understand there is definitely downside left. This was 37% lower just a couple of months ago. Having said that, on the flip side, this was 52% higher just a few weeks ago. This stock has been trending up basically all year. So I hold CleanSpark. I may dollar cost average in at this point. For me, my basis is actually lower than this number. So again, not financial advice. You guys can decide what you want to do with this one. Okay, the next stock I want to look at is Marathon. Marathon is also approaching its current line of support. So you can see this is Marathon on the daily time frame. So this goes back to January 24th, and Bitcoin bottomed out at $33,000 on January 24th. It is currently at $39,200. So it is well above that. Yet Marathon is now testing this line of support once again. Marathon tested this on February 24th when Bitcoin hit $34,000. Again, we're $5,000 above that. We're over $39,000 right now. This line of support has held much lower Bitcoin numbers, and we're just about testing this line right now. This would be another one where I look at this as a potential good risk reward. We're sitting right at a very strong line of support. And once again, for this one, it would be almost a 65% increase in the price of the stock just to get back to where it was about 3 weeks ago. So to me, that represents a good risk reward analysis. Really, there is no line of support below this. So in the event that Marathon falls below $19 and this line turns into resistance, this is another one I would look at having a stop loss on because there is no line of support below this. So at that point, we're in a falling knife situation and we don't know where the bottom is. So depending on your conviction in the stock, again, you guys need to do your due diligence and make this decision. I have been viewing this green line as a good time to dollar cost average in. This is Mawson. And what I want to show you about Mawson is, so if I go back to last Wednesday until where we're trading right now, Mawson's up over 20% in a 3-day trading period time. And in those 3 days, almost all the other Bitcoin miners are down. So trading volume has not been high. There's been no press release and no news. So I'm not sure what is causing this surge. We're several days into this and it does seem to have some momentum. So it is noteworthy that while everything else is going down, Mawson seems to be going up. So again, this is about 37% down to its line of support which is its all-time low that it hit here on March 8th. But if I zoom out, you'll see that Mawson was actually at much, much higher numbers. Back in November, this was a $15 stock. So for Mawson to go from where it is trading today to its high on November 3rd, that would be a 216% increase in its stock price. Now, that is not by any means a short-term price target, in my opinion. But I could see Mawson doing this over the course of the year, setting a new high. A few months earlier, it did get up to about $18. But if I were to set a one-year price target, in my personal opinion on this, that would represent a 216% upside left on this stock. So again, in the short term, I would be looking at maybe a 39%. We're 3 days into some serious momentum, and there's definitely more upside than downside. However, there is some downside risk. We did say 37% if it gets back to its low from March 8th, which was just 1 month ago. So if I close out on the 15-minute chart, you'll see we're still drifting in the same range, $39,200. Again, this is just the middle of the trading day on Monday, April 18th. So in the big picture on the daily time frame, we want to hold 39,500. On the 4-hour time frame, we'd like to get back up above 39,700 because that is this line right here, and that has been a very strong line of support. So what we don't want to do is turn that into a line of resistance. So that's what's going on with Bitcoin in the middle of the day today. I will bring you guys an update if something significant happens. Thanks so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button.